not really tall, are they?
Yeah.
They don't just keep going forever like this one. We are in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. We're going to do a 2-night visit this time, starting and ending at the Big Creek Trailhead on the very far east side of the park. Our trail right now is taking us up to the Appalachian Trail. We'll walk that for, I think, a couple miles maybe, and then turn off, and where the trail will take us down to our reserved campsite. This is going to be a simple, manageable loop that we can actually lengthen a little bit if we want to, or take short days depending on mostly how Joanna feels on this hike and whether or not she wants to do more miles or not. So we will see. Tuna or chicken?
Chicken. I
Chicken?
got the honey barbecue tuna.
I don't know what this is, but it's a wrap of pork and something.
Pulled pork. In fact,
It's good is what it is.
cheap barbecue pulled pork.
favorite. I made the new fringe. Where'd you go? There you
I wondered why
go.
it was so...
You like my chops.
So we're now on the Appalachian Trail, and we have 1 mile. We're still hiking up, and so still taking our breath away. But we have about 1 mile till we get to where I think Joanna and I are going to turn off and go down to our camp for the night. Our hiking partners, Jason and his son Eli, are probably going to continue up on the Appalachian Trail and go see Mount Cammerer, and then they'll just meet up with us at the campsite later this evening. But for right now, we still have about a mile of uphill climbing. Are we going, Joe?
To the camp?
To the camp or to Mount Cammerer? Camp. Camp.
Camp.
For sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
100%.
So we are now, just Joanna and I, on the Lower Mount Cammerer Trail. And since we left the junction of the AT, it's been much more level and a lot easier walking. So we've made a lot of miles in a short amount of time. Very comfortable walking, and it has had a slight downhill the whole way. Nothing too steep that walking up this trail wouldn't be all that bad. Joanna and I have made it to campsite 35, And just as we got the tent set up, it started drizzling a little bit, sprinkling. So we're in here waiting out the rain shower. Jason and Eli haven't made it here yet, so they are walking in the rain. And hopefully they find us, because this site is just a little bit further than the signpost for campsite 35. You come on down to the river and there's more sites down here, and it's a real site. So but they may stop at that first one and wonder where we're at. But it'll be a while before they're supposed to be here anyway.
It's not much further than the first camp.
Yeah, it's not much further. So we're going to wait out this rain. We just checked the weather. We have signal here. So we're going to wait out this thing for a half hour maybe, and then get out and get washed up a little bit in the creek, and maybe have something to eat. So that's all for now.
Tonight's dinner is SpaghettiOs and beef and whatever Dad put his heart into this. Made with love and deliciousness.
Okay, this is the second day of our trip. We're actually feeling pretty good. It's a nice cool morning, and we're headed on down the trail we were on yesterday, and then we'll pick up the Low Gap Trail, which will take us back up and over the mountain and down to our camp for the night. It shouldn't be very long, only about 8 miles. But there's a real steep climb on Low Gap Trail to get back up to cross over the AT. So we got a good night's rest. Everything's good. Jason and Eli are coming up the trail right behind us. The one exciting thing was this morning, just as the light was coming and able to see on the hill, bear walked almost through our camp. It was, I'm gonna guess, probably only about 40 to 50 yards away from our tent. It was really close. So, a little excitement, got to see a bear. And now we're hiking on. So we have just hiked up a spur trail to an overlook. It wasn't very far, luckily, only 200 yards. But you can see the fantastic view of what is now overgrowth and some sky. So enjoy the sky. So Joe and I separated from Jason and Eli again. They turned at the first chance they could get to go up that Low Gap Trail and back up towards the AT. And then they're going to decide once they get there whether they do even a longer route. But Joe and I took advantage of coming down to the Cosby campground, using the bathroom there to clean up and stuff. So now we're back en route towards where they are. And looks like we're going to be going uphill for a while. Joanna and I just finished our lunch. We took a long break at sitting on the junction with the Appalachian Trail. And now we have about 2.5 miles down to our campground where we will meet up again with Jason and Eli. They were going to wait for us there if they were coming this way also. So my guess is, because we got there later, they took a much longer route and they will end up in the same place we do. And we will join them then at Walnut Bottom Campground. We just got our tent set up and all of our stuff put down inside when it started downpouring. So we're dry and fine here at our campsite, but Jason and Eli are still out on the trail, so who knows what they've gotten into. But we'll find out in a little bit, I guess.
Finally.
Finally. We are packed up on our last morning, ready to hike out the Big Creek Trail back to the car, and it's going to be an easy walk. Not really a lot of views except for the Big Creek River, so I might include just a couple views. But other than that, this is probably the end of the video. It's been a good trip. Hope you enjoyed it.